Little.
Hey.
Wow. Welcome to December 1st. Ask us anything. Can't believe it. December 1st.
I have a turkey hangover.
A little sleepy?
Yeah, what is that? Turkey? I don't know. I've got a turkey hangover, but happy Thanksgiving belated to all of you. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving week. And Thanksgiving Day, we got hit with a snowstorm and we had about 8 to 9 inches dumped on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Temperature out there right now is 24 degrees here in Southwest Michigan. And we just got a winter storm watch for another 8 to 12 inches of snow tomorrow. We are in the snow belt in Southwest Michigan. So wherever you are, if you don't have snow, count your blessings. We always say, wow, we love snow. I think we're getting tired of it.
Well, I usually say by January 1st, I'm ready not to see snow.
Well, we got a month to go. And we haven't had snow this early for several years now. And it's because we're not that far from Lake Michigan here in Southwest Michigan. And Lake Michigan is abnormally warm. And this massive cold front that has come down, it flies over the lake. It picks up all that condensation from the warm water and it dumps this bands of lake effect snow. Each one is maybe 20 minutes long, and it sometimes 2 or 3 inches will drop in 20 minutes. It's amazing to watch.
I got to say, what is nice about this side of the state is the snowflakes are big and fluffy.
Yeah.
And the snow is beautiful when it comes down. Now, this last snow was heavy. Glad we had a snow blower, but heavy.
It was, but it's cold. It's
Yeah.
really cold. So anyway, those
That's
of you
what
who
we moved here for, was snow.
Well, we'll see it, and then we'll take off again. Welcome. Just a quick programming note. We're back on our regular schedule, at least until Christmas week. And for those of you who are members of the RV community, we do have our little live Afterglow where we kind of move the live stream here off of all this and head over to the RV community. There's the link on your screen down there, and you can join us. And also, just a programming note for you, members of the community, know we've got a special announcement coming up this week and some big changes to the community, some things that we're really excited about. So if you're at the community tonight for the Afterglow, go up to the events tab and RSVP it. So you don't want to miss those announcements coming later this week. All right, lots of you online tonight, and that's always fun to see. So let's get to your questions and see what we have. The first one from Mike Woods.
Okay. Can you leave lithium batteries outside all winter? Will they charge in the cold weather?
I got to move the camera for you. No, they will not. Even if they have a heater, they stop charging after it gets down to about 25 degrees. If you're going to just leave the RV there and not use it for a couple of months in the winter, it's best take them out, put them someplace that's somewhat warm. If it's in your RV, and like in ours, we'll be using ours in a month. So, and actually I've got a heater going in there anyway now, so it's not quite so hot. It's not so cold, but the batteries have a heater on them. So that helps a little bit in terms of being able to charge them or keep them charged. But they don't do a really good, you can discharge them in cold weather, but they don't do a really good at charging in really cold weather. That's a characteristic of lithium. Now, as soon as you get out of the 20-degree weather, they're going to charge right up, and you'll be fine. But if you're just going to leave them there, I would bring them in, or find a way to run a little heater in there or something and keep them above 25 degrees.
I remember we were amazed because we returned a Class B, and then we forgot and left something in it. And how many months later was it that we went back to that Class B?
3 months. And
we needed the lithium to.
We had to move. I think we had to move the sofa bed or something because there was a hidden compartment and we had put some stuff in there we forgot to get. And we didn't have a key to start it up. And we said, oh, the batteries are going to be dead. But no, the lithium batteries just fired right up. And
that was a long time ago. That was quite a few years ago because we were utterly amazed.
we have Battleborn. They have internal heaters with them, and frankly, I've never worried about them. I put the heater on and keep them warm while we're driving, and I keep them warm, when I'm going to be using them. Most of the time when you're driving, you don't need to use your heater except your lithium batteries. You have 12-volt system, from the vehicle. It's connected to the vehicle, the tow vehicle, and our fifth wheel. That's going to be enough to run the refrigerator. But the batteries they don't charge very well below 25 degrees. If you're just going to store it, put it someplace warm. That's the best advice.
It's such a big investment.
Yes,
they cost a lot. You want to take good care of them.
But they're pretty tough. They're not going to, as soon as it gets warm up over freezing, well over freezing, they're going to be fine. Hope that answers it. Go to whoever made your lithium batteries, look at their website, because every battery is a little bit different. Some have internal heaters, some don't. And you want to know what yours are like. Ed Richards.
Greeting from very cool Baton Rouge. I am considering purchasing an RV mattress from Brooklyn Bedding. Which one would you recommend and why?
That's the RV mattress. Yeah.
Well, we absolutely love our mattresses from Brooklyn Bedding. And when you call to order, you can ask questions, and they will ask you questions like, do you sleep on your side? Do you sleep on your back? Do you like firm or soft? And they'll recommend.
Now, the one we have, the model we chose, it's the top of their line. It's the Aurora Lux. It's called Aurora Lux. And we have them for our previous fifth wheel. We like them, the mattresses so much. We bought one for our main bedroom here at our new property in Southwest Michigan. And then we also bought we got two of them for a guest bedroom, which our granddaughter slept on over Thanksgiving.
Yeah, our granddaughters slept on the mattresses, and we said, were you comfortable? And they said, yeah, how comfortable they were. And also we had other guests, our son and daughter-in-law, their power went out and they came and slept at our house, and they were saying, I love that mattress.
Yeah. And we have a new one coming for our Montana fifth wheel in the next week or so. So we're gonna be using it. And again, we get the same one, the Aurora Lux. It comes in firm, soft, firm, medium, and soft. And I think the first one we had was firm. Then we got a medium, and now for the RV we ordered a soft. We're going to see how that works for the Montana, and that's coming in the next week or so.
Yeah,
so anyway, long answer, Ed, but you asked which one, Aurora Lux, and those are the reasons we picked it. We think it's cool in the winter, and it's warm in the winter, cool in the summer. It's really comfortable, and we're big fans of RV mattress. So there's a link on the screen if you want to say. They're not a sponsor now, but we do like to recommend them. I think they'll be doing some YouTube sponsorships for our videos in the spring. Jenna Berry King.
My brother-in-law is considering the Pebble Flow travel trailer. Have you seen them, or have you any knowledge to share about them? It's all electric and has a power motor, enabling it to hitch itself, etc.
Yeah, it's hard to get. They're not producing a lot of them, but yes, we have seen. In fact, we just got invited out to California to look at one, and I have a medical procedure I have to have done, and it's actually the dates that I have to have that done. So I'm not going out. I suppose I could send you out.
Sure.
Yeah, but
who's going to take care of you, Bo?
Yeah, Bo will take care of me. But it's a pretty cool unit. They're going to be debuting. The reason they invited us out to see it is it's ahead of they've got some new things they're going to introduce at the Tampa RV show next month in Florida. And so look at it. I'm talking January's next month already. So they're going to announce it, and we're going to have to look at it. We couldn't report it until later on. It's embargoed news release, but at any rate, we're watching it carefully. If we didn't have something else that conflicted in the schedule, we would have gone out and taken a look at it. We still might do something online with it and have them they offered to give us an online demo of it as well. But online, it's kind of what they want you to see, and you can't really test it yourself. So I don't like to do those generally. We like to get our hands dirty or have it, so we can say through experience, this is how it works. But they're very cool, and it's neat to see that. The electric part really is interesting on the hooking up and the moving it and leveling it and all that stuff and having it move around with a little controller. It's kind of cool. We saw that with an Airstream a few years ago. They've been working on that too with some of their trailers. So there you go, Jen. I hope that answered it. Linda Ward. Hi, Linda.
Hello from Robbinsville, New Jersey. Camping reservations open today for Denali. I got so excited that I double booked us. I will cancel the extra booking later this week. Well, congratulations.
One of our favorite, in fact, that's probably our favorite national park because it's just so huge. Denali National Park. Problem is it's so far away. It's way up there in north to Alaska. But we love Denali. I remember being just blown away by the immensity of the place. We drove in 7 straight miles from where we were camped or where we were staying there. And that was where the as far as you could go in your own vehicle. And I parked my car and I walked into the forest for a half mile or so and just sat and listened to this quiet of the forest. It was amazing. But that 7 miles is as far as you can drive your own car, but it goes another 30 miles straight in, I think, where you can take a bus and it'll drop you off and you can walk around and hike. And some people camp, they backpack in. It's an amazing place. It's a beautiful place. Love Denali. Randy Dexter. Hi, Randy.
Good evening from North Carolina.
Hope it's not too cold down there.
I wonder what the weather is there.
I think it's getting cool everywhere. Amy is joining us.
Hi, from Romney, Indiana. I posed this question in the Facebook group. What food ingredients do you stock in your camper RV? I'm looking to stay away from processed foods as much as possible.
Good for you, Amy. But that is a noble goal. I wish we were more successful in doing that. We're contemplating it though. We put Bo on some it's heavily advertised food that you see on television about 10 days ago. And he's been on it for 10 days and it's real food. I am amazed at the difference that it's made in him.
He has so much energy. Wendy can testify to this.
Yeah, Wendy saw him Thanksgiving, but his eyes are brighter. His coat feels, I mean, literally in 10 days. And we've been saying to yourself, if not giving your dog processed food, which is what that kibble that we feed them all is, if not giving them processed food in that amount of time makes a difference on a dog, what would it be in our diet? So good for you. But to her question, what can she stock in there? You know, I suppose.
What do you stock at home?
Yeah.
You can freeze it. I don't know how big your freezer is. You know, whatever you do at home, that's what you would take and do in your RV.
Yep. Just, get containers for them. You want airtight containers, grains, beans, legumes, all that stuff that you can buy in bulk, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to be doing a lot of making
so
stuff.
Hard to stay away from that processed food.
Yeah. You're going to have to probably freeze, your proteins, your meats and stuff. But, and they tell you that microwaving them is not a good thing to do either because it destroys the nutrients.
Your food.
Yeah. But it's a challenge, isn't it? The whole getting away from processed foods. That's kind of one of our goals for the year, I think. Janice Smith.
Good evening from Tennessee, watching live chat while making sourdough bread, almost ready for the oven. One of our daughter-in-laws is totally into making sourdough bread, and it is so good.
Yes. I love sourdough bread, and I love the smell of it. Hey, Chris Mondo Biondo, Chris and Amy in Kansas, right?
Good evening, RV Lifestyle friends from Wichita, Kansas. I hope everyone is staying warm.
Yeah, it has been cold. It has been very cold. Good to see you on with this tonight, Chris. Cheryl Katz.
No snow, but we're cold for us. So far, no snow, but just cold.
Yeah, and I don't know where you are, Cheryl, but yeah, it's cold as all Dickens, and it's pretty out there. I'll say that. We watched. I get up very early in the morning, and I just watch the sun come up, and I have some blinds right outside the upstairs office where we do our Afterglow later on tonight, and I always lift them up, and I watch the deer come out every morning and from the woods and across our yard. And this morning it was my buddy, the deer season in Michigan ended yesterday, and today one of my little bucks came out. He's a 2-year-old, and hopefully he'll get much older. But it's
Skinny
fun to
little
watch.
guy.
Well, he's getting there. It looks like he's about a 4-pointer right now.
We
So,
had a big, beautiful buck, but unfortunately, an archer wounded him, and then he came to his end.
and he
to
died.
a little
It came
safe area that we have
where
they like to hang out.
we have a pretty. We don't allow any hunting around us, and we have a little area that all the deer love to hang out. We saw, how many did you see yesterday morning?
There are about 5 or 6 deer.
Yeah, it's great. And the snow makes him hungry, so it's good. Jeff Newman.
Oh, welcome to the West Coast.
Yes, the west side of Michigan, the snow belt. I don't know if you got any snow up there in Grand Rapids, Jeff, but we sure got it. MJ Chi.
Good evening, everyone from Ontario, Canada.
Good evening to you. Hope all is well with you. Cynical Chuck.
By a couple of sleds.
Yeah.
The kids did come over the other day, and we got a little hill in our yard, and they were having a ball.
Did I tell you about Bo? Bo, you know, he likes to roll around in the snow.
Yeah.
So the kids were all running down this little hill on the side of our house in the back, and Bo was kind of rolling around the snow, and he started to fall down the hill. He started to slide down the hill on his own. So he was.
That's what elk hounds do. They play in the snow like a child.
Ann Peliquin from California.
Yes, from sunny California, 68 degrees today.
Hey, Ann, I used to have an editor named Al Peliquin, one of my newspaper editors. Are you, by chance, any relationship to him? He was obviously from Michigan for much of his career. It's just I know that when I see that name, I think of him all the time. He was one of the best editors I ever had. So you might answer that in the next. Any relation to Al? Carol Fife.
Hello from cold Chesterland, Ohio. We are now under a winter storm warning, so we shall see how much we get. The people along Lake Erie, east of Cleveland, got blasted.
I know. On the in the RV community, if you scroll down under the weather for RVers space, you'll see a picture of all these folks that were just stranded there in the snow. I mean, massive amounts of snow. Some in western Michigan and even in the central part of Michigan got hit with approaching 3 feet of snow already. It's still snowing up there. RVcommunity.com is what we're talking about if you want to see all those sites. And that's going to be fun. Just a quick reminder, we'll be doing our Afterglow, which we do on the community right after we go off the air here. Big Jim Slade.
When placing a travel trailer in storage for the winter, should you plug into shore power and engage the battery?
That's what I would do. Yes, that's what we do with all of ours. I keep them all on shore power. I have not, I've left the battery connected with our lithium.
So if a disconnect?
No, I'm not going to disconnect them. They're okay. I've got them heated. They're in a pretty good area. I did, by the way, I mentioned this. Did I mention it on Ask Us Anything or on the Afterglow that I picked up a heater, an oil heater, a radiator type heater for the RV. And I've had it out now since Tuesday out in the fifth wheel in Montana. And I've got it cranked up on high, but I've got the thermostat set and it's keeping it right around 44, 45 degrees in there. You know, it's been dropping down in the teens the last few nights. So it's a good thing to have. When I do turn on the regular heater for the RV, it'll be that much easier for it to warm it up quickly. And then we have the fireplace, the electric fireplace, that'll help. And we have a ceramic heater. So all of this is to kind of make it a little easier so you don't suck through all that propane when you're running your heater.
Now the fireplace tends to overheat rather quickly.
You shouldn't turn the fireplace on if it's under 55 degrees, they tell me. It's just too hard for it. But it's a great supplement when it gets chilly in the morning in the 50s, 55. I've been the last few camping trips before we put it, winterized it a few weeks ago. I kept it. I would turn it on every morning and warm up the place. We like to sleep when we like it fairly cool in the 60s when we sleep. Low 60s, right?
Mm-hmm. I said it at 64.
Yeah. And Sharon Childress.
Almost missed you. I didn't think you were going to be on tonight. Got an email announcing you. So glad I didn't miss you. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Well, Sharon, we hope you had a great Thanksgiving as well.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, John.
Yes.
And Pelican, not reelected.
Yeah, no.
They
Lived in Livonia for 2 years while growing up.
Okay. Well, it's a name near and dear to my heart, Ann. So every time I see you on there, I think of Al. So that's great.
Okay, I am thinking about buying a used LTV Wonder. Any thoughts about gas versus diesel?
Well, I would go with the gas on the Wonder because it depends on which Wonder model you're getting. If you're getting the one with the big basement, I would definitely go with gas because you can't really tow that much with the Wonder when you have that configuration, the big basement. I think that's the rear bed model. But I would go with gas in the Wonder.
I thought that the Wonder was only gas. I
No,
didn't realize
I think they do have a diesel
they
version
had
of
diesel
it, don't they?
with the Wonder. I thought it was just with the others.
Yeah, it might be. Come to think of it, I'm not sure they did have a diesel model of the Wonder. They may have either added that
with the Ford engine.
Yeah, the
Well,
Ford
the
Transit.
Wonder-
I think it is all gas. I don't know. I haven't kept up
And it
with them in
drove
the last couple of
great.
years.
It was great with the Ford engine.
We had 2 Unities and 1 Wonder, and we have now come to the conclusion that the Wonder was our favorite. We had the rear bed model, which we really liked. What we didn't like about the Wonder is we found the front lounge very cramped.
Very small with a 70-pound dog.
And the Unities, which come with a slide for the sofa, but it had a Murphy bed. They were great when the Murphy bed was up, but when the Murphy bed was down, you really could not. It was very difficult to get around it. There was no place for the dog, and we didn't like having to make the bed every night. Isn't that the thing that you're complaining about? But we missed out having those beds always made up. So the Wonder, I think, is probably our favorite. We just felt that the front part of it was pretty cramped.
Well, yeah, they were like 3 different.
But I think
designs.
Jen's right. I think it is only gas. Ivan Josie RV Journey.
Sorry, I haven't watched your channel for a while. As I was hiking the Appalachian Trail, what RV are you driving now? The fifth wheel or LTV?
Well, yeah, you haven't watched for a long time. We sold the
last
LTV
December?
a year ago, and now we're kind of thinking about going back to a B or a B plus or a C again. So we will keep our fifth wheel, our Montana fifth wheel. We absolutely love it, but we tend to use that for longer stays. We're going to use it on our big cross-country tour going from the Mississippi River all the way down. We're going to use it when we stay at our property in Tennessee for extended periods of time. But we miss having the small RV, this B plus, small C, that allow us to travel all around on a spur of the moment basis, and not have to worry about finding a big spot or having to tow something. We've been looking for since spring. We've tried. How many have we tried?
Been looking at a lot of them.
Yeah, we just looked at one a couple on the channel last week. We had a really interesting one that we looked at, and we've got some more we'll be checking out. But that's what we're thinking about. But to answer your question, we have only one RV now, and that's the Montana fifth wheel.
It just seemed wrong having the beautiful LTV with the mice making nests in the engine, and we were trying to figure out a lot of things too.
But now we've got a kind of a idea of how we would use the smaller one for shorter trips and use the bigger one for bigger trips. M&J Chai.
Okay. In the research phase, which is really good, you're doing your homework, have narrowed it down to a Pleasureway Contour 2.2 or a 27-foot Airstream International or a Flying Cloud. Love the 25-foot Unity LTV, but it's way out of our budget. How to decide?
Well, you've got quite a few. The Pleasureway to Airstreams to the Unity. You seem to have written off the Unity for the price. If it was between me, a Pleasureway, and an Airstream, I would go with an Airstream. I am not a fan of towing a trailer. I don't mind towing a fifth wheel. I just am not used to doing a trailer, so I shouldn't say I'm not a fan of it. We have done it before, but I do I do think that, you would be happy with something a little bigger. The Airstream International or Flying Cloud, those are top of the line trailers. So big difference between them and the Pleasureway. So I can't help you. I don't know what your style of camping is, but there's a big difference between those, the Airstreams and the Pleasureway, in terms of what kind of an RV they are and what they're best for. So you'll figure it out. Half the fun is thinking about it, right? Good luck. Let us know what you do decide. Sue Varble.
Going to Florida RV show. Hope it's not that cold.
We are going, and I know we're doing 2 meetups there. They'll be probably with the folks at Montana, at the Keystone, Montana, at their booth. I don't know what days, I don't know what times, but we will be at the show. I don't know if we'll be there the whole week, but we might. We're keeping it open. Ralph Price.
Howdy from Birmingham. Go blue.
Yes, they did go blue, didn't they, this week? Thanks, Ralph. Welcome to join us tonight. Sundance Blue 21, Thomas Wells.
Oh, hello there from snowed in Gaylord. Record snow, 24.8 inches.
Yeah, I remember I told you that the middle part of the state, well, Gaylord is kind of the snow belt of Michigan, right in the middle, toward a little north central. I heard some areas up there and in the UP, up further up in the UP, we're getting close to 3 feet before this thing is all done over the next couple of days. So that is a record snow for particularly for this time, this early in the season, because it's still fall. Richard Rayborn, MD.
Recovering from 7 grandchildren visit. That is something to recover from.
That is.
Wonder what ages they all are.
Oh, that's great. Good. I'm so glad you had a good time at the mall. That's fun. Craig.
The mice, thank you for the heater.
Oh, we need a cat. I got to watch it. Bo's not going to like that. Hear me talk about that. Tamara Chapman.
How do you fill a motorhome propane tank? They don't look like they come out.
Well, most of them don't. So you have to drive them up to a pump. I know here where we are, South one of the Ace Hardware stores, you can drive it up to a pump. Many of the, if you go to a Love's truck stop, they all have propane. You just drive it up to the pump and they make you get out of the vehicle and they fill it up. We never had trouble having it filled. And of course, on the larger ones, we have 2 20-gallon propane tanks on our Montana. You got to lift those things up and put them back in and bolt them in. So I kind of miss just driving up to the propane tank and having somebody hook them up like that. So that's how it is. And Pelican, diesel 2019 and earlier, Wonder Gas 2020 forward. There you go. I'd go with the gas. I really would. And we noticed no difference. And if anything, I think a little better performance with the gas. It seemed to have a little better pickup than the diesels that we've had. It's kind of comparing apples and oranges, but the diesel on the Unity versus the gas on the Wonder. So,
and I like the Wonder with the front twin beds. I liked that a lot.
The front twin beds or the back twin beds?
No, not the back, but the front.
We never had one of those.
Well, I liked it. That, just because we didn't get one, it's out there, and I really liked it. You wanted the storage room with the 2 beds in the back.
The garage, the
big
big garage. I really am not a big fan of that now that I've seen how others use that space, because it was just this black hole and you almost had to crawl head down in there to get stuff out of the bottom.
I remember you said, "Where's my shirt? Your certain shirt."
It had fallen down off the hanger.
I didn't take it, and stand on your head and get it.
I ended up putting motion lights on, and of course the battery wears down on them. But that helped for a while. But yeah, I liked it. I'd bring the grandkids over, and I'd lift them up and put them down in there, and they play in there. It was good. Cynical Chuck, Honda and Volvo
are coming out with small B+ size RVs in 2025. Well, that's exciting.
Honda and Volvo. That'd be interesting to see. Sandra Finley.
I was very impressed with the Honda Hybrid B+. Recently released, and one other
I'm trying to
moving.
get it so she can
He's-
read this thing.
Yeah, you're going back and forth. And other hybrid Class Cs. Hope you guys get a chance to look at those.
Yes.
Love the gas mileage. I bet you do.
I have not seen those, and I don't know if they'll have them at the RV show, but it'd be nice to see. If it's a Volvo engine, they're going to have trouble getting enough of them shipped and brought over here, I would think, but that'd be pretty cool. B plus is I think what interests us most, B plus or small C, but I'd like to see. I'm anxious to get a look at that Honda, so we'll see. Thanks, Sandra. Mike Kaminga.
Have you talked about the oil heater you bought? We'll be winterizing the Airstream, but would be nice to keep it a bit warm inside.
Just a little bit ago, I talked about it, and I just turned it on Tuesday, and I've got the temperature inside the RV set at I think it was 43 this morning, but I got it set for 45, and that seems to be, about its limit. I got it up to 58 degrees when it was 39 degrees outside, but the temperature drops, precipitously at night. It's been in the teens. So right now with the thermostat on this little thing, it's just a little sliding knob that you turn. I've got it set to keep it at, over 40 degrees. So it is nice. I might crank it up a little bit more later in the week and see what it can do. But I've had it on now since Tuesday. It draws minimum amount of power for, being left on all that time. The plug's still warm where it's not warm when it's plugged in. It's great. So I've been checking it twice a day. I'm pleased with it. Christine Berger.
Hello from cold Iowa. Wondering if you ever looked at the small Escape, the fifth wheel. It looks like a nice fiberglass RV.
Have not looked at that. No, we have not. So I don't know the small Escape. I don't know that brand even. Escape 5.0 fifth wheel. I don't know it. I don't know who makes it or if that's the name of it, but we have not looked at that. So can't help you. Jim Slade.
On the new Honda and Volvo RVs, are they sold by car dealers or RV dealerships? Don't
know, Jim. I'm sure they'll be talking about it at Tampa, so we'll know more then. I don't know. That's really all I'm hearing is just the buzz about them. Cheryl Renee.
Hello from chilly 49-degree Florida. If we had snow, we'd make snow ice cream.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. The snow picks up a lot of contaminants from the air, but I don't know. It's not that, it's clean, but it's not that clean, if you know what I mean. Okay, Cheryl. Steve M.
They discounted the LTV.
They discontinued it.
Oh, they discontinued, sorry. They discontinued the LTV front twin bed.
Good.
2024 was the last year for them.
Yeah,
we love ours. I liked it.
I did not like the front twin beds.
Okay.
Maybe it's just because I'm used to going in the back to sleep. So that's probably.
Well, I think it'd be harder to make the beds up and leave them.
In the
made.
front. Yeah.
I thought it would be great for Bo. He could be close to us and sit.
Yeah, because he does not like the.
Well, he was
fine.
He was fine with the rear twin beds until the shade fell off the wall, and it was a near death experience for him.
Michigan's great roads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we couldn't get him back there.
Last reminder, Afterglow coming up at right after here, I guess 5 minutes or so after we go off the air in a little bit. We'll take a couple more of your comments, but then we'll go over to the RV community and we kind of move to a different area. We turn off the studio, give it a rest, and then we will continue with those of you who are in our RV community for a little bit more afterwards tonight. I don't know how we started that Afterglow, but that was what we kind of gained. Phyllis is telling me we're all done.
No, we're not all done.
Okay, I'm going to bring you on, Phyllis, because I don't know what I see you making a lot of noises. What's going on?
It's Cyber Monday.
What about it?
Cyber Monday.
Oh, yes, it is Cyber Monday.
That's why I put up the Amazon thing. So we actually have a list. It's just Cyber Monday and Black Friday deals and all that.
I forget about that. Yes.
Yes.
And I think is that heater that I've been testing out, is that on there?
Yes. Yes.
Now the heater, I'm doing a full review on that in a couple of weeks, but I want to have 2 weeks of use of it before I really give you my full opinion on it. But for those of you who want to know which one I got, it's on our shopping list there.
Yeah.
And those
Go
are,
there and look for the Black Friday, Cyber Monday list.
there you go.
Okay.
Thank you. I saw you going like that and I didn't know what you meant. Now I know. Yes. Gosh, Black Friday, Cyber. Actually, I found a couple of good deals on Black Friday stuff. So
you're pumped.
I'm pumped. I'm really pumped. Yeah. It's always fun to look at bargains and go from there. All right. So what do we got coming up this week? Podcast resumes on Wednesday, and a big announcement in the community on Thursday. Those of you who are special supporters of ours, you know who you are. We have a special announcement. You get advance notice of it tomorrow night on Monday night. But for the rest of the community on Thursday night, we'll go over all these new things we're going to be doing with the community. And for all of you, I hope you have a great weekend. We have a review coming on Saturday. It's not really a review. It's kind of a great little story about a very unusual RV. Let me put it that way. Might be just the most unusual RV we've ever seen. And I think you'll find it very interesting. You can do if you have a vision and a passion and a couple of different hobbies, how you can combine them all in and make it into an RV. You'll see on Saturday. This will be fun. So lots coming. We're going to get out of here for now. Afterglow curtain on the community in just a few minutes. But thank you guys all for joining us. Again, stay warm, stay dry. I think it's going to be a school snow day for a lot of people tomorrow over in this part of the state of Southwest Michigan, if that snow starts at 1 a.m., which is what they're saying. I won't be up at then to tell you about if it did, but we'll be having the grandkids babysitting tomorrow, right?
We will be.
If we have a snow
They'll
day.
be part of recording the podcast.
Yes, they'll be on the podcast. Tomorrow's podcast day. All right. Thank you guys for being with us. We'll see you guys on the community in just a couple minutes. And for all of you, one more month to go. And may we now say Merry Christmas, because 'tis the season.
Happy trails.
Bye.